A few weeks back, under threat and duress, I was forced to watch Temptation Island. And I hate to admit that I found myself getting emotionally attached to certain situations and decisions that people were making. You know, it's how they set the show up. They built the suspense and all that. And if you're forced to watch it, you might as well get some fun out of it. But nevertheless, during that show, there was one chick that basically had two boyfriends because she couldn't decide who she liked more. Right? Now, don't get me wrong, that's kind of the point of the show and all that type of stuff, so I'm not judging that. My thing is, though, I just use that as the base of my conversation, and now we're going into my brain. The thing that I noticed, though, was like there was two dudes competing for the attention of one woman. And I find that crazy. Not to say that woman isn't worth it, all that type of stuff. I'm just saying that I ain't competing with homie. Either you recognize my value or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Also, I think the woman the woman was like 30, 31 years old, and the two dudes that were, competing for her love were like early 20s. Like, I think that no older than 25. So that's the only reason I gave them some leeway with it. But still, couldn't be me though, because as a man especially, you need to have some self-respect. And I respect myself enough. I know my value. And women, you can easily just say what I'm saying. I respect myself and I know my value. That when these dating podcasts and these street interviewers ask you, what do you bring to the table? That's not a question that pisses us off. You know what I'm saying? You see people, what do you bring to the table? I am the table. So you bring nothing. Just say that. You know, men and women too, because some dudes just be like, I'm tall, I'm 6 foot, and I do this, and I got big dangling. So that's what I bring to the table. So nothing. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? But like for grown folks that are healed, that are working towards something, that are always looking to improve and better themselves, that are ready to be a partner, you are the catch. And if you are clearly stating that and you are showing it, once again, in the objective of we all think that we're doing things the right way and such, but, there's some delusional ass people out there. But for those of us that have some sense, if you have those characteristics, you're automatically a catch. You're ready for a relationship. You're not going to be projecting. You're not going to be gaslighting. You're not going to be stepping out. You're not going to be bringing conflict to the relationship. You're a catch. And if the person that you're dating, especially if this is long term, now of course, when y'all first get started dating, people are talking to however many people. But when you know that you're ready to lock it down with someone and they've had ample time, a year, I would say greater than like 2 years is like anything after 2 years is starting to push it, where you should know what you're trying to do by now, But like if you've been dating for a significant period of time and they're not ready to lock in and or you're still competing with some side piece, male or female, whoever this applies to, it's just like, yo, I'm not with ultimatums, like it's me or the highway, but it's just like, yo, do you really not recognize everything I'm ready to do for you? Do you not realize I'm ready to be your partner? Do you not realize that I am making your life easier? Our lives both become easier when we are one unit. You don't see that? Then please go with that other person. Please go with them, because I ain't got the time no more. Me speaking for myself, I know I'm tall, I know I'm dark, and I know I'm handsome. And like the things that I told you, my parents been saying to me, it's like, I got my own apartment, got my own car, got a good job. It's like, I got everything. I'm good. Now we working on the luxurious side of things, but my girl knows the mission. We're working towards it. We're building towards it. We understand that. We both recognize each other's value and we locked it in. There was no games with us. It wasn't this, let me see if I can still get with my ex. Let me still see if I can talk to, let me see if I can still give me a couple dollars. Let me still see if I can have this relationship, but then I can go get my sugar daddy over here. No, we locked it in, cut out the fluff, trim the fat. It's you and me. That's what we doing. And if you're dealing with a bunch of people that aren't ready for that commitment, you're wasting your own time. Know your own value, because people like us, we ain't gonna compete with nobody. Till the next one.